You guys will be so proud of me. I didn't eat everything I bought when I came home. Just some of it. Actually, not that much. I had the flake bar today, and the crunchy bar yesterday, and the shortbread yesterday. So, yeah. Not that bad. We know how I get when I have food things. I just eat them all at once. For those of you watching who don't know what I'm talking about, the three of us met up at the Goshen Scottish Festival this weekend. But, like a fool and a terrible YouTuber, I forgot all of my cameras. So, I don't have any footage from that event. For either this channel or my own channel. You guys will have to imagine how awesome it was, because it was pretty awesome. Before I get to this week's theme, I want to show you guys the stuff I bought at the farmer's market today, because we went to a farmer's market, and I spent more money. And while we were living together, I always had to geek out over the yarn with you guys, so get to geek out over the yarn with you guys on video blog. I bought this one, kind of blue and black twist, which is very nice. And I don't quite know what I'm going to make out of it yet, but I will be making something. And I also bought this green yarn, which is very cool. And this is interesting because it's 4-ply, which means there's 4 different little strands that are twisted together, and they're all different colors, and that's really neat. And what I'm most excited about, because I believe I showed you guys my blue and brown yarn that I made. Look at that. That, with this brown and this green all twisted together, will look really cool. So I'm excited about that. And I need to stop talking about yarn now because I need to freaking talk about the theme this week. And we're jumping right into big themes in these beginning weeks of theme weeks. So this week's theme is to discuss our favorite serial killers, which I know sounds really quite creepy when you say it aloud, but I'm gonna say roll with it. It's the first week of October. Creepy things are how we do. And I just realized that that is not an American phrase, and I don't know if it's a real one. Oh well, keep going. As a former psychology student and a person with a constant fascination of the abnormal in psychology, I'm gonna have to say my favorite serial killer is the Zodiac killer of the late 1960s. He killed in Northern California. I believe he killed 5 people, but I don't remember offhand, and I'm not gonna stop filming to go look it up again. Google is your friend. Haha. Turns out I wrote it down. 4 men, 3 women. And his identity still remains unknown. Actually, I believe the case in all counties where he killed is still open. It was closed in San Francisco in 2004, but reopened again in 2007. And I find him particularly fascinating because he would write letters to the press after a murder, detailing the murder, obviously, to prove that it was him, and leaving clues and riddles and codes for the police to figure out. He used 4 cryptograms, and 3 of them still remain unsolved. And that's really interesting psychologically. It's been a long time and nobody's figured out these 3 cryptograms yet. I mean, that's crazy town. It's especially interesting because of the way that he would taunt the police. I mean, classically, serial killers escalate in taunting. Like, they'll start out kind of low-key, and then as they get away with more murders, that's how they get caught. Is they get more and more arrogant about it, and they'll keep taunting the police, and they'll make it a game. But he started out from the very beginning, making this a game, and I believe in one of the letters he even revealed who he was in code, and they have not been able to crack it. And he continued writing letters even after they stopped finding bodies. There were some suspects, but again, never found out who it was. Oh, and he was named the Zodiac Killer for this symbol that he used to put in his letters, and now I don't know how to transition out of this. Lindsay! I've already forgotten what book world you decided you wanted to live in, so I guess I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not going to pause the filming of this video. But you reminded me that I still need to actually read The Hunger Game. Also, Lainey, you reminded me that I still need to read more Anne Rice novels because I've only read Interview with a Vampire and I don't remember most of it. And Ringworld, because I believe you've told me that I need to read that before. But I haven't. So I'm going to make a list. There's something else I wanted to say, but I have forgotten what it is. So, let's just wrap this video up. Lindsay, I will see you on Wednesday, and Lainey, I will see you on Friday.